the Invincible superhero show, the cartoon. I know you guys are both big into that. I've never seen it. I saw like it started getting served to me in my Twitter algorithm because it's getting destroyed for the animation quality. Like this is really laugh out loud. Like there's like a dragon flying, and at some point they just turn it into a PNG and drag it closer. Like it stops moving, it stops blinking. The fighting,
several episodes ago, but yeah.
Apparently, I guess they wasted all their money on voice actors, like being big time celebrities, and so a lot of people online are like the animation it's insultingly bad. That's what they're saying.
Let me hit that back. So I'm usually not a stickler for animation. This is the first season where I ever noticed, like, man, nothing but a jaw has moved for the last 15 seconds. This is the first time I've seen. I usually don't take notice of just things that are like PNGs dragged across the same background. But this season I have noticed it's worse. And it ties into my lonely, unpopular stance that bring on the AI. Here's my thing. It used to be that artists brought two things to the table. One was mechanical ability, and we all get that, whether it's the guitar or drawing or an animation specialty. It's a mechanical ability that we don't have. The other is taste. With AI, I think taste becomes more important than mechanical ability. It's just refining your prompts until it meets your standard. People say AI is slop. That's because I made it. I made 2 songs, liked one of them, thought I was good. That's good enough, right? No, but if you have a guy with exacting standards, then he can do the work of 15, 30, 100 animators in a day. That's the guy I want working on Invincible. Not saying make slop. I'm saying take that taste that made you a great animator in the first place and use a better tool.
The problem's money. Now, I don't know. I have obviously seen the meme where they lay out the entire cast of voice actors, and you're like, holy shit. They got John Hamm to play security guard number 2 in season 1, episode 1. I hope he worked for free. And that's kind of my thought process. Like, I hope a lot of these guys are working for free to be part of this, or they owe Prime a favor, or they want some producer to like them at Prime or something, and they just came in and did a few hours of work. I don't know what their budget is for that, but whether they're blowing it there or not, the real answer is money. Because I remember Game of Thrones had a season out every fucking year because they had 2 crews. They didn't have one crew that slowly did this over 18 months. They had one crew in like Patagonia and another one in like the deserts of the Middle East somewhere, and they were simultaneously shooting those things. They had indoor sets in England or wherever they were filming, and they had outdoor sets in forests in New Zealand or wastelands across the planet, and they just sent them out and spent the money and got it done.
I've never heard you speak in an American accent. This is a very convincing. Very convincing. You learned to pretend to be American so well that I'm just like, oh,
yeah, I've blended in at this point. I've fully embraced my American culture. I wanted to ask what you thought about the new episode of Invincible, and if you've caught up on The Boys.
No, you should watch Backrooms, the actual shorts. Watch like the he made like long shorts, 15 minutes long. Watch one of them, and it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Then you'll get the movie.
As far as Invincible goes, I really liked it. I expected it to be a slower episode, so I went into it knowing last episode was like one of the greatest of the greats. There was tons and tons of action. I can fully expect this one to be kind of a rebound off that while one of the characters does his thing. And it wasn't just that. It was actually pretty good. There was some character building, which I enjoyed. And then there were some fights, and I was like, damn, Invincible feels like it's firing on all cylinders this season. I know people are fussing about the animation. We talked about that early on, but I guess for me, animation is just not the most important thing about the show. I think if I was king, I'd have them invest in the voice acting like they did.
Yeah, I agree with you. I really do. I liked watching the web comics. That was enough for my brain to paint the picture of the show already. So I don't mind. I wish it was better. Don't get me wrong. I saw someone on Reddit just added shading to the Conquest fight, the most recent one, and it's like, fuck. Why did they just do that? I bet they just like clicked the button and like made it like much more impactful and more like, I don't know. It looked
even
better.
If he spent all day on it, I think this studio should have had a guy like him spend all day on it.
Yeah. It looked way better. No, I liked the episode a lot. The Thrag guy isn't imposing enough, and neither is his voice actor. Like I feel like they've underplayed him so much, but he's been on screen so much at the same time that I don't have any respect for him. I guess I know in the back of my head that he's probably the toughest guy in the whole show.
The show is like 99% positive reviews.
Yeah, it's very good. Very good.
Where do you watch it on?
Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
Wow.
So you're not familiar with Invincible?
No.
It's animated. It's based on a cartoon. I think we're in season 5. Does that sound right, Kyle?
Yeah, we're in season 5. It's based on a comic by the same guy who wrote Walking Dead, whose name's escaping me right now.
Cool.
And it is I think the comic is done. The story's all fleshed out to the end, and now they're making a TV show out of it, and it's good. It's good. So
yeah, it's tons of famous voice actors.
I'm not an anime guy. I can't think of another comic I like. I liked One Punch Man season 1 from like 10 years ago.
That was good.
But I
like Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online was amazing. The first season, same.
That one I'm not familiar with. Yeah, so like
Sword Art.
What I'm trying to say is I don't love every anime out there. I tried to watch Attack on Titan.
If you played Ultima, Sword Art Online was kind of based on Ultima in some ways. A lot of it. It's awesome because Ultima had all these bugs, and the show is sort of about those bugs. But if you die in the show, you die. You know, the characters would die in real life, and but the same bugs they had in Ultima Online are in the show, which is amazing. It's crazy.
For me, a TV show almost has to overcome the fact that it's animated, and this one does it.
Yeah. I do wish the animation was better though. There's some emotional moments. Like if we're just having a fist fight, it doesn't have to be crazy for me, but there are some emotional scenes where like people are crying and like, why did you do this to me? And I'm like, you could probably animate her face a little better. So like the actress is killing it right now. It's like I can't remember her name, but like she's killing it. And the animation isn't.
Meanwhile,
isn't
only her lips are moving.
Yeah, got like a little tear. It's like, come on, hell, do a little better. No, I like it. I like this most recent episode. It really seems like the story is kind of coming to a head here. We're heading to fight the big bad at the big bad planet. Got the whole team is together. So yeah, I'm on board. I like it.
Are you familiar with the storyline of what happens on Flaxion?
I don't. I must
planet
not.
Omni-Man went to and destroyed, but somehow they came back this season anyway.
The Flaxons? Isn't that the Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I know what's going on there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what's going on that's not in the show? Like you're familiar with what the comic does? Okay, yeah. So there's a whole lot to flesh out with those characters that's still coming. I look forward to seeing what they do with it. Yeah.
Yeah. The comics are quite good. This was an amazing show. Flaxons. There's space. If we go to space, there's a whole galaxy of like aliens, and there's a big evil empire made of basically Kryptonian supermen who are kind of have like a Spartan-esque like society where only the strong survive and they conquer every planet. And those are our main characters, or some of our main characters. The main character is a half-breed. He's half Kryptonian essentially and half Earthling, and he's got a heart. And so there's a big, there's superheroes. The voice acting alone really got me on board. Like J.K. Simmons in there as Omni-Man is so good. Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Conquest is so good.
Steve Young, is that his name? Steve Wynn? Who's the main?
Yeah, I always think it's Glenn from Walking Dead, the Asian guy. Like, he's in this with Jeffrey Dean Morgan, also from Walking Dead. And in Walking Dead, Jeffrey Dean Morgan bashed in Glenn's brains. Well, he gets the other side of it here, where Glenn gets to beat Jeffrey Dean Morgan to death. So that's kind of
You're right. I didn't look at it through that lens. But
yeah.